Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Thank y'all so much for tapping back in to see what I have to say. And with that being said, what are we talking about? We're talking about Quant Network and the rest of the ISO tokens. Any token of value, any token of that has the potential to be regulated or walk in some type of or operate in some type of regulatory compliant way. Understand this, okay, you guys? The bull run is not over. Truly understand and see that the fundamentals of this market has changed, you guys. It is truly changed. And if you follow me through the end of this video, I will prove to you that this has changed. Do not put your hopes, dreams, and wants on a 4-year Bitcoin cycle. Understand that the fundamentals of this market. I have a question to you, okay? Tell me at any time during any of the previous bull runs, have we had central banks talking about the deployment of CBDCs? Have we had commercial banks talking about the deployment of stable coins or CBDCs, depending on where they sit in the world? Have we had regulatory bodies approving literally crypto legislation and then having it signed into law? Have we had things like the CFTC and the SEC getting in alignment with things like crypto, what is it called? Project Crypto? Understand and truly see the fundamentals of this market has changed. And right now we are tangibly tied to Bitcoin, something that is only, listen to you guys, listen to me. Bitcoin only has the value that the market is willing to put on it at that time. If the value, like right now, is quote unquote tanking, understand that it's only because the market is selling off because the market is not willing to put value behind that asset during that time. But when we were just at 120, 130, that's because the market was willing to put value behind it at that time. Understand and truly see the difference between that and something like a Overledger, Quant Network software as a service. You can kick it back to what Mr. Smith said. Understand software as a services. That is the thing. That is what connects everything to everything in different ways. Even things like Oracle, even with Oracle and Quant, that's what Quant did for Oracle. It literally tied itself to Oracle's software as a service, the thing that Oracle then gives to its customers. Understand and truly see, when I say the thing that I say, I'm saying them for a reason. They truly are literally the software as a service, Overledger, truly that connects all of the other software as a services together in the world. That is true, immense value. Not tied to something tangible like a Bitcoin, but it's literally things are going to have to be gone through. Things like smart contracts. Things like any type of transaction that's flowing through Overledger. All of the things that's tied to things like Quant Flow, Quant Pay Scripts, Quant Overledger Fusion, Over Wallet, like all of these different things. Follow me. This week is going to be a very, very heavy Quant week. So just get ready for it. I got something dropping every single day. You guys, follow me on this. We are not in a bear market. Okay, I'm just going to prove that to you. I have a little compilation of videos. Follow me on this. Understand and true when you have the most powerful people in the world telling you directly to your face what is happening right now, and you want to tie something off to a Bitcoin in a 4-year cycle. You've never had this type of engagement, this type of adoption, this type of utilization of blockchain and distributed ledger technologies like you have right now in November 2025. As a matter of fact, if you remember for any of my absolute day oneers. And that very first video that I ever put out on YouTube, it was only because I came out here to just have a conversation. Because then, which is about 2 years ago, I said, it seems mighty peculiar that you have the quote unquote Bitcoin top coinciding directly with the ISO go live of ISO 20022. So to trick retail, oh, it's November, oh, it's the bear market, oh my God, we need to sell, oh my God, it's gonna be a 4-year bear market. And then retail does that. And then you look 6 months or so down. I said all this in that video, look 6 months to a year down and you see true utilization based off of a standard going live. And then the onboarding of the utilization by the companies that are adhering to the standard. Truly see what adoption looks like. Understand that everything that's happening right now in 2025 is historic. And what I'm going to bring you right now, this was just within the past, let's just say 4 months. I will be right back.
We're investing in a technology, not in a currency. The analogy I use with people is imagine if in 1990 you could have bought a piece of the World Wide Web through some coin called the World Wide Web coin. It's very similar to that. These are networks, they're communication networks used for payments and other applications. We believe blockchain and cryptocurrencies are a super cycle, technology super cycle, just like AI, and it will be pervasive across all the financial system.
As a result of that, people haven't realized, like in every other cycle, hardware vendors typically get the first wave of the economic rent in technological advancements. The second wave goes to typically infrastructure providers. The third and most profitable wave usually goes to software, and enterprise software in particular.
You just gave is that you think software may be the last to see the great benefit, but when they do, watch out.
It is huge.
Our belief, which I think is shared by the leadership of Hong Kong, is that pretty much all transactions will settle on blockchains eventually, and that all money will be digital. Think about what that means, a complete rewiring of the financial system.
Hong Kong, which is positioning itself as a crypto-friendly hub, setting up a regulatory regime for fiat-backed stable coins. New legislation will kick in tomorrow. Issued by private firms on public blockchains and pegged to real money, stablecoins are seen as a game changer for global payments. The territory to establish a licensing regime for stablecoins reference to the Hong Kong dollar. A new guideline issued this week lays out operational, financial, and governance standards. Authorities say the first batch of licenses should be granted by early next year. Hong Kong joins a growing list of economies, including Singapore and Japan, developing regulations for stable coin integration.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities.
Future of finance, for sure, is digital. We know that digitalization is moving very rapidly. Accept reality. Fiat money is moving digital. The developments in crypto, both unbacked and backed, they're happening with exponential speed. So yeah, you can try to lock your country away from this. Good luck with it.
Digital euro is on the move. Yesterday, the Governing Council of the ECB approved the opening of the preparation phase. It will be a journey, and we will walk the journey together with the legislator. All European institutions will be involved to make sure that Europe is equipped with the currency of the future. Cash is here to stay. You will have all options, cash and digital cash.
Second, I wanted to send a message that this is a new era for the Federal Reserve in payments. The DeFi industry is not viewed with suspicion or scorn. Rather, today, you are welcome to the conversation on the future of payments in the United States and on our home field, something that would have been unimaginable a few years ago. My view for the Fed from now on is embrace the disruption, don't avoid it. As you know, we are well into a technology-driven revolution in payments, and I'm here to say that the Federal Reserve intends to be an active part of that revolution. A number of technological advances are transforming the payment system. Stable coins and tokenized assets, making use of distributed ledger technology. The rapid adoption of artificial intelligence AI, and increasingly the convergence between these innovations and the traditional financial ecosystem.
Afternoon, we take a giant step to cement the American dominance of global finance and crypto technology as we sign the landmark Genius Act into law and make the United States the crypto capital of the world and unleash the immense promise of dollar-backed stable coins. This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. The Genius Act provides banks, businesses, and financial institutions a framework for issuing crypto assets backed one-for-one with real U.S. dollars, treasury bills, and other cash equivalent.
Now, you guys just heard from all of those, whether they were billionaire investors, whether they were actual presidents and world leaders, whether they were people like that sit over like the Federal Reserve of America, Mr. Christopher Waller was in there. Then you have people like the IMF all telling you the same thing. Understand and truly see what's happening right now. We have the true global onboarding of blockchain and distributed ledger technologies going on right now as we speak. And if you are putting your hopes and your dreams and your woes onto a Bitcoin that is only given the value that the market is willing to put on it at the time that it's giving it, understand what that means for things like a hedera, for things like a XRP, for things like an XLM or an XDC or IOTA or Jasmy or VChain or ADA. Understand and truly see the utilization of these compliant technologies from real companies. This is why the gentleman said things like super cycle, because truly we're about to go through an adoption curve like no one has ever seen, because it is the back end infrastructure. The people will continue to do the same exact thing that they're doing right now. It's the back end infrastructure. It's that software as a service that's getting the upgrade. This will be a seamless transition. Understand and truly see something like an ISO TC 307. They've worked on this for a decade. This has been a correlated, if I just said that word right, effort. And I probably didn't. Globally for a decade. That is now at the point of getting ready to be published. Understand and truly see, and this is now being published right at the same time as some fictitious Bitcoin 4-year cycle as a global standard ISO 20022 goes live November 22nd. Now, I'm not saying that day is going to be a boom that you've never seen before, but what I'm saying is on that day, fundamentally, the way that money is sent around this world changes forever, because it is the retirement of the old system and it's the onboarding of the new standard via SWIFT. And they have over 11,000 financial institutions tied to their network. Whether that is a slow but steady upward tick, or if that's an overnight boom, it doesn't matter. It's coming because fundamentally the market has changed. Do you guys truly see? This is happening in so many ways. We're talking the way that money is being sent. That standard is fundamentally changing. We're talking about the stance of crypto in countries where they're now codifying law like the Genius Act. Fundamentally, the U.S. now has a stablecoin regulatory framework. The market has fundamentally changed. You have MiCA in the EU that just didn't get signed until last year. So even for them, the market has fundamentally changed. On top of, you have all of these ETFs. Understand and truly see what's happening. The institutional adoption wave of the distributed ledger technology sector is about to take place, you guys. Truly see hedera and the inflows that it has had. That's nothing compared to what that's going to be in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. With even things like Quant and all of the ETPs, understand that Quant ETP will lead to a Quant ETF here in America. Give it 6 months, give it a year, Quant will have an ETF here in America. Understand and truly see what's happening. The same thing happened for hedera. They had all their swath of ETPs go across Europe about 6 or 7 months ago, and now they have the ETF live, active in a living color. Because truly see what is being laid out right in front of us. The development of literally a new financial sector that anybody who's watching me right now in 2025, we front run. The only thing we have to do, especially if you are inside solid projects, is on down days, no financial advice, buy the dip, and literally ride this doggone roller coaster that will eventually turn into a rocket. The institutional capital that's getting ready to flow through these networks is incredible, you guys. Truly understand. Even today, you had X down for hours. For hours today, X was down because of some cloud infrastructure issue. Who fixes that? Quant Network. How? The video I brought you with Oracle, they are integrated into Oracle's literally cloud infrastructure. Remember that video? Oracle CEO said that this is now a multi-cloud era. How is that possible? Because Quant Network's interoperable blockchain overledger, their software as a service, literally the skeleton key to open any network and connect any network to any network in the world, has now connected Amazon Web Services, Oracle, I believe it was Microsoft Azure, and whatever the other big cloud is. The multi-cloud era is what he called it. Understand and truly see what is happening right now. And you have a key piece of that when holding QNT. Truly, truly, truly see that QNT is truly the thing that powers the entirety of Web3. And you have a supply of 14.6 or 8, depending on who you're talking to or what site you're looking at, million of them globally. The thing that they say give Bitcoin its value, it's scarcity. Well, QNT, I believe, is like has a third less of the supply. Think about that. Like literally 21 million, 14.6 million. You literally have almost all of your things into circulation. All of QNT is pretty much in circulation. It's almost non-inflationary, period, point blank. Understand and truly see what's been laid out. What Quant Network has built out is truly the institutional Bitcoin. It is truly the institution to institution financial system, the thing that Bitcoin was supposed to be, which was the peer-to-peer financial system. Understand and truly see right now in 2025 that big techs, big banks, big government has been working on this transition for almost a decade via several different standards, but specifically for the purposes of this video, ISO TC 307. Quant Networks global distributed ledger technology standard that they have crafted a complete and utter interoperable blockchain platform from out of the words of the CEO's mouth himself. What were all of your pain points? Okay, we will fix them. And now we're at the point of the deployment and the go live of that. We will fix them because if you think about it, Overledger launched, I believe that was 2023. You now have around 24 months of this interoperable blockchain platform solution that you have not heard not one Oh no, not one hiccup, not one nothing. Even on top of whatever sandboxes you have, I'm more than sure that other companies have already integrated Overledger into them based off of all of the integrations through things like Pipe Dreams, Make, Whippy, because these are all like app integrations. This is not necessarily the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, or the Federal Reserve of America integrations. We're talking about literally like the apps, because I told you it's the software as a service that connects all of the other software as a services. Understand and truly see what Overledger is. And it is not speculation, because it was built out by governments, countries, central banks, multinational corporations that has a track record that goes back a decade of meetings, goes back a decade of emails, goes back a decade of trials, POCs, all of those things. We're talking about an ironclad system has been built out via Overledger. Understand and truly see what you hold when you hold QNT. Understand that don't let some stupid red day in 2025 shake you out of the most incredible opportunity anyone in retail has ever had since the beginning of investment. Because this is the first time in human history that retail has front ran the institutions, and now the institutional doors are opening via things like ETFs going live in countries. Understand and truly see what's getting ready to happen with the real players of Web3, your ISO, GEMs, and several other compliant projects out there as well. But I pretty much focus on the ISOs. Understand and truly see what's getting ready to happen, you guys. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. I appreciate all of y'all for tapping in. If you made it all the way through this entire video, I want you to type in Red Day, because guess what? You ain't scared of no Red Day. Till the next time. Y'all already know. I appreciate y'all, Quant fam. I really do. Peace out.